Come out of the box.
Hello YouTube, cheers and welcome to The Basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
Once again, I'm D-Boy Slim.
And The Basement Debates is the first daily hip-hop debate show. From Tuesday through Friday, we tackle the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. So welcome back, Basement family. Today, we review the new Nas album. And honestly, there's no need for an intro on this one.
Get yourself out the
That's what it is. And with that being said, Lego. We back, people. We back. And man,
Today,
this is a good one.
we're gonna fill you in on Mr. Yeezy's latest project. You know, and before y'all get to saying anything or asking any questions, he's still an idiot to me. If you can say that in the same breath while saying he's a genius, then you understand where exactly Kanye's at musically in his career.
In his personal life. See, musically he's a genius, personal life, career.
He's lost.
So Ben Carson is a brain surgeon. But politically and socially, he's an idiot. Ben Carson, the brain surgeon, actually thinks that slaves were just immigrants. So it's like, you can be super smart in one thing, but he needs to just do a little more reading. But go ahead.
And we're here to make that distinction and differentiate.
But this ain't about Ye. Well,
Nah,
it's
not per
about
se.
Nas
Not
right
per se.
now.
But I will give him kudos. I will give it up with props is due to the production on the Nas and the Pusha T, which we'll get to in the next day or two. Many feet.
Crazy.
I won't front on it. As far as like hip hop and the culture and all of that, he continues to push forward. He continues to go and walk to his own beat. Enough of Kanye. Nas.
Lego.
He was top 3 before this project dropped, and I think it's safe to say that when y'all hear it, it should reaffirm, reassure, confirm, and remind you that Nas is that. He is
top 3.
He's top 3 dead or alive as far as this hip hop thing is concerned. Nas dropped this project a few days ago.
Top of his game.
Oh man, I would say so. Took me back to 95. That zone there, like, I rolled me one up. And I anticipated some new nasty Nas. I had to laugh about it because there was a time in my life that used to be like something to actually do. Like, that was an event for me at one time. Like, the new Nas is out, roll me one up and soak in the new Nas. I almost got just as much enjoyment and excitement out of it as I did or would have several years ago, back in 95 and 96. For several reasons. Nas has not lost anything lyrically. And when I say that, meaning obviously he was one of the best all time as far as staying on top of the beat, staying in pocket of the beat, smoothly spreading his lyrics throughout the beat with his delivery. Probably the smoothest in the business still. Topic, concepts, range, diversity, and this, like I said, kudos to Kanye, because I know he executive produced the project, and so maybe the album's direction or certain concepts that might have went into the album, he probably had something to do with.
From what I hear, beats too, but not just exec. Produce.
Facts. As a matter of fact, the joint that you hear, and they had when he was at the release party, they leaked a little bit of it on the internet. The Adam and Eve joint.
Family, chip off the shoulders of soldiers on a grizzle. My granddaddy Mac Little married Nanny Little. They passed down wisdom, blessings were given. Pray my sins don't get passed to my children. It's evident they all the same, with gray hair and still mean mugging. Gray hair's a wisdom, that means you seen something. These clowns got false crowns, fictitional kings. You broke my heart, Fredo. You bring this thing of ours down to a fable. Be advised, my guys dying, enterprising at a boss's table.
That's fire. This Nas, who has daughters and is in his 40s, what was refreshing is that he didn't try to cater to the 17-year-olds that he once spoke to 20 some odd years ago. He obviously is not in that zone anymore. He's in a grown man zone, as we progress in life, or you should be progressing in life. And the topics and content that he chose to rap about is just that. His life at 40 something, his life with daughters, the life of being a responsible parent, the life of a businessman who likes to invest money more than he likes to spend it and floss it. All these things and all these points he got across vividly, as Nas always does, and nobody spits it like Nas. I enjoyed the old school throwback joint where he rapped about Cop Shot the Kid, which you had Slick Rick on the loop, the hook. They sampled him on the song, and it was kind of an old school throwback type vibe. And Nas rapping about the police shootings that go on today and why they're so unjust and unnecessary and unacceptable. It's just Nas as a grown man, where you want to hear Nas today. So from Hustler, when he once said from Seiko to Rolex, it's just letting you see the evolution and the progress and how he's moved ahead, but still keeps the same integrity and is the same Nas. Refreshing. The kid is the guy is still at it on his A game with it.
I'm not even gonna go long, man. The rating of this gets an excellent from me, man. Outstanding, well done. This much shy of Illmatic. This much shy, and not necessarily. Let me tell you why. I was just listening to Kendrick Lamar Damn all this morning. This happened to be in my head, listening to it in the car. And I was reminded that more than just the rapping, the artistic direction of the entire project was something that was just revolutionary and elevating. All right? It's not, they got songs you could dance to, sure. But the last time Nas went artistically like this, it was when Hip Hop Is Dead. That's his album, Hip Hop Is Dead. And he specifically went to kill hip hop and artistically. This time, he revived it. In a time when all you hear is the boom and the bang and the 808s, there's not one bass drum on that thing that lasts longer than the second of an actual bass drum that you see over there. There's sometimes no drums. It's just the music. It's just the feeling. Every song has a feeling. And going to that, when we heard Pusha T say that Kanye actually had his artists write down their favorite songs, and then Kanye wrote down his favorite. Then they put it together and picked albums that they thought maybe had a vibe or a feeling they could use, and then made beats after that. When you hear Cop Shot the Kid, as you mentioned, and you see it goes back to Slick Rick, and you feel Nas in that before he says a word. The artistic direction was impeccable. It's a feeling all the way through. It's only 7 songs, so you don't have to go through a lot to get the feeling, and that's another little genius move. And I'm just telling you, artistically, this is it. When you see Not For Radio, when you hear Not For Radio, and you hear Puffy in the background screaming with the, yeah, Buffalo, with the distorted voice. It brings you back to you can hate me now.
Fact.
Oh, but by the way, it was meant to.
Proclamation. Fuck your proclamation. SWAT was created to stop the Panthers. Glocks were created for murder enhancement, for hunting men, circumstances. The myth Colombians created crack. The government made stacks. Reagan had Alzheimer's. That's true.
I think they're scared of us. Yeah. I think they're scared of us. I think they're scared of us. Yeah.
The whole idea of this album was not to just rap to you. It was to transport you and take you to a place from the song number 1 to song number 7. And it worked. It is, to me, one of the most complete works of art that he's done. And only reason why I just think it's so hard to beat Illmatic. Rapping alone. It's just so hard to do. It's probably the best hip hop album ever of all time.
Because of how organic it was.
Right. So you're not gonna beat that with just artistic direction, but his rapping also on point. Look, the other day we had a debate about what was the best verse of the year. I chose J. Cole because he talked about how everybody's going into wanting to be like everybody and everything else and start banging colors that they don't even know about.
Go down on that. I chose Nipsey.
Listen, the boy Nas in his song Everything.
He has a bunch of those.
He came back in the song Everything. He said exactly what Cole said.
You can peep at the comments, but don't fall for that. We want freedom. I'm a scholar in almanac. People do anything to be involved in everything. Inclusion is a hell of a drug.
And it made me feel better about that choice, knowing that I wasn't the only one who thought that that was important. That people nowadays are just doing everything and doing anything
to be included
in everything. And the lyrics, top 3 all time, always. But artistic direction. If you want to hear an album that takes you somewhere, that transports you from where you are to somewhere else when you close your eyes, this is it. This is it. Damn did that for me. This Nas album does that for me. That's it. There's no debate here.
This is Nas after, come on, he's talking Illmatic that came out in 94. Let's think about that for a second. Illmatic came out in 94. It's 2018. We're almost 20 years into the millennium.
Jeez.
We're still talking about Nas and him being the best at what he does. Again, listen for yourself.
Greatness.
Greatness at its best.
Greatness.
I couldn't have said it any better. And on that note, I'm gonna leave it there.
There's no need for a big drawn out debate here. This is what it is. We gave you the songs to look for. You probably heard them right here.
Adam and Eve.
Not for Radio.
Cop Shot the Kid.
And Everything.
Facts.
That's it. That's the basement for today. No shout outs today. I appreciate everybody who's watching and listening. Go down there in those comments. Tell us what you think of the album. Tell us if we're wrong or dead wrong, or if we're right and you heard it yourself. That's what it is, the basement.
Let us know. And we'll be talking about the Pusha T joint and really all this week we're doing a Kanye dedication almost. Everything that he dropped last month. We're gonna review him. We're gonna review his album. We're gonna review Pusha T, and if Kid Cudi comes out before then, I don't know when that's supposed to come out, but let's look at that too. Although we may disagree with his personal and political views, we give it up where it's due. And musically, he's still on it, and he's put out some good projects.
Can't be a debate show if you're not honest. That's the basement.
We out of here.
Peace.